This is tutorial number 10 on the mail ordering API, and in this tutorial we are going to implement the admin registration functionality. We are going to implement the logout functionality as well as the refresh token functionality. So to implement the admin register functionality, remember in our routes, this is the endpoint admin underscore register, and the method must be admin underscore register as we defined it. So let us come back here, and now let us say public function admin underscore register, and we give it a body, and this code is going to be the same as the code we used to register our user. So let me copy this code and I paste it here, and it must take in request as the argument. So request $request, and the only change we are going to make here is the user type. This one must take the user type of admin. So this endpoint will only be used for the administrator, to create a new administrator. So that is the only change we need to make for this, and we can go ahead and test it inside our Postman app. So for this, let me go ahead and change here. The endpoint must be admin underscore register, and let us call the name admin, and the email, let us change it to admin@gmail.com, and the password, let us say 123 admin. Let us confirm the password. Let us change the contact 07021234. Let me see. This is 1123. Okay, that is our contact, and let us select a photo for our administrator. In the desktop we are having some passport photos, so let us take this one, and do not forget to start your server. So PHP artisan serve, this is going to start our development server. And our server has started. So now let us go back to Postman and we submit. Let us wait a little bit. Perfect. Oh, it's saying unauthenticated. Unauthenticated. Why? Okay. Let us first come back here into our middleware. In our middleware, we said all the routes, on all the routes we are going to implement the auth API middleware except for the login and register. So let us go ahead and also add a route for the admin here. Admin underscore register, and we save. Let us go back to Postman and we register again. Perfect. Now our user has been created, and let us go to the database to check. Let us refresh our table, and as you are seeing, this is the admin user. Let us check the user type. Perfect. This is an administrator, and this is the image path for the administrator. And if we go inside our project directory, let us check the photo for the admin, whether it is uploaded. So let us open our project. So this is our project, and let us move to the public folder, uploads, users. Perfect. This is the photo we have uploaded for the administrator. So now that we are seeing our admin registration endpoint is working, let us go ahead and implement another endpoint, and our next endpoint is going to be for the user profile. So let us scroll down just below this function and say protected function profile. Protected function profile. So this one is going to get the profile of any logged in user. And this one must return a response. Return response of type JSON. We are returning a response of type JSON, and let us put profile. Then we say this guard and from the guard let us return the user object and terminate. So once we call the profile endpoint, this is the endpoint. It is going to invoke the profile method inside the auth controller, and it will return the user model. But this, you must be authenticated. As you remember in our middleware here, only 3 routes they are excluded from the middleware. So for the profile, we must be logged in. So let us first go to the Postman app and register and log in. So log in. So let us provide our password. And remember, we registered the user who was Chirumira Isaac at gmail.com. So let us try to log in. This one is, let us first check the database and see the users. Chirumira Isaac at gmail.com. . The password was 123 Isaac. 123 Isaac. Perfect. So now, as you see, this user has logged in. Let us get the token for the user because the profile endpoint requires a token. And let us open, let me duplicate this tab. So duplicating this tab, let me put profile and I go to authorization. Once you go to authorization, you choose bear token and you put the token you have copied. So now let us go ahead and send. And for the profile, this endpoint is get. It must be a get endpoint, not a post. So we must go ahead here and change it to get. Then we send. Perfect. You are seeing that the user object profile, this is the profile object returned. So we are seeing that our profile endpoint is working perfectly. And now let us see, we have implemented the login, register, admin register, profile. Now we are remaining with the two endpoints. That is the refresh and the log out. And for the refresh, we can use the same code for the login because whenever we log in again, the previous token issued to a specific user must be cancelled out and a new token must be used. So let us go ahead and implement the refresh endpoint. But before that, let us first commit to Git. Let us first commit to Git. So we say git add all and git commit -m. Let us say added admin register functionality. Remember in the last tutorial we never committed the login and the register. So let us add added login, added user, register and login. So added admin register, added user, register and login functionalities. Sorry. And login functionalities. So let me commit. Perfect. Now our project tree is green. So let us go back inside our auth controller just before the login. Just before the login, and we put public function refresh. And as I told you, we are going to use the same code As for the login, and lastly, let us implement the logout functionality. So for the logout functionality, let us say public function logout, and for this we shall say this guard logout. $sign this guard logout, and it's a function. So we return the JSON response, return response, response JSON, and this is going to be a message. And we shall say user logged out successfully. User logged out successfully. We must go ahead and terminate this. So now all our endpoints, they are over. So let us go ahead and test them. Already we have tested the admin registration. So let us test the refresh token. So if I come here, remember already I am having a token placed here. So I will just get refresh, and this one was a post endpoint, but remember it takes the email and the password as you are seeing in the validator. So you must input email and password to refresh your token. So now, as you are seeing, a new token will be issued to this user. And lastly, we are going to call the logout. The logout endpoint, and it is a post. So click on logout, and let me see, post guard line 164. Let us check and see on line 164. This is a function. This must be a function. So do not forget to put the parentheses here, otherwise it will throw an error. So let us try again to log out and see. Perfect. User logged out successfully. So this marks the end of our API authentication. And in the next tutorial, we are going to start working on the mail management functionality, where we are going to be introducing TDD. But before we start working on the mail management functionality, we should first go ahead and we should first go ahead and visit our Jira board Because remember, in Agile, as we said, that each task which is completed, or each story which is completed, we go back, update it, make an update on the Jira board. So remember, on our Jira board, we are having user authentication in the in progress section. So in the next tutorial, we shall begin it by visiting the Jira board and updating the in progress section by dragging the user authentication into the done section, because for now we are done with our API authentication. And we shall be dragging the meal management into the in progress section, because you are going to start working on the meal management functionality. And after that, we shall also change our path for the images and reflect it to the S3 bucket on Amazon. So thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Let us meet in the next tutorial.